all year that we've been together as a large group. And we managed to get in here and start right on time. Give yourself a little applause, please. Thank you. This assembly is to honor the thousands, really up to 1,000, over 1,000 people who have participated in our walking programs this year. And we appreciate the parents who've come to join us today, because without the support of the parents, we wouldn't have been able to have such a successful program. Mr. Mario, and here he is.
Yay!
Hey, boys and girls, before we kick this off, I have something that I have been working on and working on and working on. I hope you bear with me just for a minute, because all my life I have wanted to be a magician. And I have been working on this trick because it has something special to do with today. So you'll hang on just a minute.
What is he doing? Goof.
Okay, now I'd like you all to be quiet. Pretend that I'm standing up here in a black tuxedo, with a black bow tie and a nice white shirt, and a big, tall, black hat. Okay? And I am going to do something very marvelous. I'm going to try to. Okay? I don't know if it'll work, because I've never tried it in front of a big crowd. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this glass, and I'm going to take this pitcher of beautiful blue water, and I am going to take all the water in this pitcher and try to make it fit in this glass. Who thinks I can do it? Okay. Hang on to your hats. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I'm any good. Is it gonna make it? Oh, I'm sorry. All that work. Thank you for your kindness. You know what that was all about? What I have to do in the next 20 minutes is just about like what I tried to do with that glass of water. I'm going to have to try to squeeze 9 months worth of the most outstanding glad walking that I've ever seen into about 20 minutes. That's going to be a tough job, isn't it? All right. Well, listen, before we get going with our awards, we have some really, really special people here today, okay? Now, without these people, you guys wouldn't have had a Gladwalkers program. And I see them. And I'm going to call their names, and I'm going to ask them just to come up here and stand by me, okay? Let me find my glove. Oh, thank you. See what happens when you try to be something you're not? Okay, the first name I'd like to call is Mrs. Holter. Actually, name Holter. Then I would like to call Mrs. Hughes. Mrs. Johnson. Jan Johnson.
Can't tell he's liked either, huh?
I want to tell you what it is that these 5 people have done that has been so important with our program this year. You all noticed the wall out in our cafeteria with all of our mile markers on it? Okay? Every one of you have looked at that and looked at it and looked at it. We wouldn't have had that wall except for Mrs. Hughes and Mrs. Holter. They're the ones that came up with that idea and they made the wall for us. Mrs. Holter, now, is the lady who has made all of these wonderful certificates that you boys and girls have been receiving. From the 100 miles on up, would you believe that she has made over 308 of those certificates on her computer this year? Right? Mrs. Hughes. You see Mrs. Hughes out here on the blacktop a lot because she's a substitute here. But, you know, a couple weeks ago when I was sick, Mrs. Hughes volunteered to take over the Gladwalkers program. This is something that she didn't have to do. And without that, there are about 20 of you would not have made your 100 miles because we would have had to close the program down. So she was just responsible for keeping this program alive while I was gone. And I think you owe her a really big thanks. Sunday section. These 2 ladies are the ones that thought that idea up. Okay, now, right next to Mrs. Holter, or Mrs. Hughes, is Mrs. Johnson. This is Wade Johnson's mom. Mrs. Johnson is the one who designed our letterhead with that neat new logo on it, and also we used it on our parade banner. That's going to be with us for a long, long time. Mrs. Johnson also spent hours and hours designing our 100-mile parade t-shirts. This is the lady who designed those shirts for us. I think she Jonathan Webb's mom. When I was just getting really stressed out about this parade coming up and didn't know how I was going to get everything done, she raised her hand and said, "Mr. Morvis, can I do something to help you?" And I said, "Sure, you can be my parade coordinator." And she didn't blink. So I think you need to give Mrs. West a huge. Not only did she coordinate all of this for us, she also was the one that got the spirits up during the parade. She's the one that got everybody going and got everybody singing and everybody chanting. And I think that's incredible because I couldn't do that. You know, we have one other person up here, this big, tall, thin guy named Mike, that many of you have learned to know and enjoy. He's my son. And he, too, has helped you boys and girls get through this program more than you know. When I was sick for that 2-week period, he came every lunchtime and helped Mrs. Hughes run this program. Not only that, every night he went to the track and opened the building up and kept the program alive at the track. And I think the thing that you guys don't know is the Mike works nights. He goes to work at 11 o'clock at night and works all night. For about a week and a half, he didn't get much sleep. So you guys can have your walking program. So I think you really don't. There are 3 other thank yous that I want to make right now. Number 1 is to the Gladstone Lions Club, and I think we have some representation back here. Mr. Lyle, in the little house in the corner. Because he will really give you a good deal there. And last of all, somebody that's very special to me is my nephew, James Patterson. He is the one who created the computer program that enabled you guys to have a report every other day. And if you came to the track every single day. He spent hundreds of hours working on this program, perfecting it, getting the bugs out. In fact, he's still working on it. He's never received a cent for it. I tried to get him here today, and he's kind of bashful. So, anyway, give him a hand. Let's see if he can hear what he's doing. Okay, let's get on to recognizing some walkers, okay? Okay. Let's play a little popcorn. You know how to play popcorn? Okay. Here's my rule. without saying a sound. Because popcorn doesn't make any sound outside of pop, and I'll do the pop. You guys just come up. And then when I say sit down, everybody just sit down. And then I'll say some more things, and I'll say pop, and the new kids can stand up, okay? So let's see what happens. What I would like to do, I would like everybody here that earned a 10-mile Gladwalker t-shirt this year to stand up. Pop. Oh my word. Look at this. It's almost the whole school. Incredible. Okay, let's not talk. Okay. You know that all together we need to have it quiet. We give out 525 t-shirts to our students this year, and altogether we gave out 785 10-mile t-shirts. That is a lot of t-shirts.
Where did that come from?
Now we're going to start doing some sitting down, but wait till I say it. I want everybody that has 25 miles or more to stay standing, and all the rest sit down. Look at all these 25 milers. Okay, now I would like, boys and girls, please don't talk now, or it'll slow us down and we won't get to the bicycle drawing. Okay. I would like all of those who have 50 miles or more to stay standing, and everybody else sit down. Look at all these 50 milers. You know that this year we had 175 50 milers. That is about 1/3 of our entire student body. Okay, everybody that has 75 miles or more stay standing. Others sit down. Look at that. Not very many people are sitting down. All right. Now, let's go one more step. All of the ones that have 100 miles or more remain standing. The others sit down. We didn't lose very many. Do you know that we had 110 100-milers this year? 110. Last year, we had 23 100-milers. That is incredible. Okay, now we're going to start moving. What I would like you to do, could I have your attention, please? We're going to move right along. I would like all of those with 150 miles to remain standing. Everybody else sit down. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to call these 150 milers up front. I will also tell you how many miles they have walked. Once they get up here,
Johnny looks all nervous. He's in the back in the white tank top. See him? Swinging.
Until we get all of them up here, okay? Okay, the first one is Justin Wall. 150 miles and a quarter. Hold your applause, please, until we all get up here. Francisco Sandoval, 150 and 1/3. Heidi Fowler, 150 and 1/3. Sean Robertson, 152 and a half. Allie Dittmar, 153 and a quarter. Ryan Foster, 153 and a half. Eric Johnson, a kindergartner, 154. Brandon Stump, 154 and a half. Amy Stofstad, 165 and a quarter. Bethany Parch, 165 and a half. Billy West, 167. Danny Durkee, 167 and a half. Tracy Way, 168 3/4. Casey Hall, 173 3/4. Aaron Moss, 176 3/4. David Stinson, 181 1/2. Carissa Santos, 186 1/4. Justin Meadows, 187. Paige Lansom, 191 1/4.
Andrew,
Justin Sola,
Dain, and Johnny are both standing like they're all like Bruce Twain.
Melissa
They're all
Milano,
nervous.
200 miles. Rachel Colmer, 207 3/4. Asana Lawrence, 209 1/4. Danielle Tivon, 209 3/4. Christy Cortain, 222. Jonathan Webb,
Who's the little girl next to Andrew and Dain?
247
Is that the one with the long braid?
Yeah, it's Elizabeth.
Eric Bronner, 228 1/4. Lizzie Mills, 244 1/2. Timothy Mansour, 276 1/2. Jason Hughes, 277 1/4. Brett Pulte, 283 3/4. Jamie Edwards, 810 3/4. I missed one back here. I need to see Nikki Stump. Has 300 miles. Come on up here, Nikki. Andrew Creasy, 811 miles.
There's John.
And John Thompson, 817 1/4.
Woo!
All right.
I see.
Do we have any more? Did I miss anybody? Oh, come on up. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, Justin. Yeah, I had somebody copy this list for me, and I'll make sure you're all on it. Okay. Let me double check. Okay, we just came up, Justin and Nikki, okay? All right. Before we do our 150-mile drawing, we have a very interesting little fellow that I want to give away. Hang on just a minute. We have here an Energizer Bunny, special edition, donated by Barbara Kochevar. Okay? And she can't be here today, but she wanted somebody here to have this special bunny.
Oh, he's hiding.
And the way we're going to get this bunny out to you is that all of the boys and girls who have 50 miles, I have their names in a plastic bag over here. And I'm going to invite Rex, our custodian, Supreme, who has done many things for us this year, to come up here. You know, this guy, he tries to come off as a drunk. He's really a big teddy bear. And he has helped me out over and over again. So I'd like you to watch as he draws the name for our bunny. Would you like to announce the name, sir? Jana Pyle.
pictures? None?
I'd rather post 3 boys together, maybe with one and take something. I've only got 3 shots, possibly. I could have taken some coming ones.
Okay, can we hold the fly down, please, for the noise? This is very, very important. But you know what? Before we do this, I need to build up the suspense a little bit. We're going to do one more thing. I do this every year. I would like to take this time to recognize 3 very important people before we go on. Okay? I would like to ask Dain and Andrew and John to come right up here in the front.
Look, my little guy.
Boys, girls, moms, dads, these 3 boys, between them, have almost 2,500 miles. They have 800 miles plus each one. And that takes an awful lot of dedication and a lot of just determination to stick with it. In the past, we have always had one walker of the year. This year, there was no way to have one walker of the year. Not only have these 3 boys got their 800 miles this year, every one of them has over 1,000 miles accumulated since the first grade. And I heard a rumor that somebody was going to look for 1,000 miles next year. Okay? We'll see if that happens. But what we're going to do...
Is that John?
Yes. This is the plaque that we have used for our Walkers of the Year. And this plaque is currently going to be in Mr. Thompson's office until we can get a display case made. And hopefully next year by this time we will have an area set up for our walkers where you can see all of these neat things that our kids have won, the awards, and a place to show our buttons and all of these other things. So these 3 boys will be the recipients of our Walkers of the Year. They will have their names engraved on a little brass plaque and screwed right on here. Okay? So congratulations, guys. Okay, right now, this is the time we've been waiting for. Time for these boys and girls have worked so hard for. Everyone that is in this drawing has had to walk 150 miles, at least. Rex is going to draw 2 names, and he's drawing 1, and he's drawing 2. Let's see who the lucky winners are going to be. Can you believe this? The first name is Dain Edwards.
Woohoo!
And the second lucky winner is Tracy Wade. Stacy Wade, I'm sorry. I have to straight on Stacy Wade. All right. Yeah, let's bring them down. Okay, stand right out here. Rex is going to get the bicycles down. You guys just move aside a little bit. You know what? Every one of these boys and girls has worked hard enough to earn a bike. Unfortunately, we can only have 2. But next year, you'll all get another chance at it, okay? So, with that, I'm going to, I have one announcement to make, and then I'm going to give it back to Mr. Thompson. I have here an orange flyer that you will find in the office. This is announcing the Happy Rock 5K Run and Walk. It's going to be held during our Chautauqua Festival this summer. Now, the people that are running this know all about your walking and your running, and they want to invite you to join this. So if there's anybody that would like to join this run this summer, have your moms or dads or somebody pick up one of these applications in the office sometime before school's out. Okay? Thank you very much.
Mrs. Webb, I thought we were somehow going to get to at least sing the song that we have. Could you come up and get us started? I will start excusing classes, but everyone knows the song and we're on our way out. Once you get in the hall, you need to sing very softly. And while we're in here, we need to sing the song that the marchers want to. So Mrs. Webb will get us started. And I'm going to ask Mrs. Gerber if you will go ahead and start her class out from that side, Mrs. Moore on this side.
Thank you. Just want to make sure I don't lose somebody this year. Please, I need you quiet. What I would like to do right now,
I'm behind Andrew Creasy.
boys and girls, I need your attention. We are going to have our award drawing for 4 stopwatches. The requirements for stopwatches were that you must walk at least 75 miles. Adults may sit down, I'm sorry. This is for kids now. And Mrs. Miles, I'm going to ask you, let me see.
Marco?
Yeah, would you please come up, Mrs. Miles? I'm going to ask Mrs. Miles. Who is retiring this year after I don't know how many years here at this school, to do the honor of drawing the 4 names for our stopwatches. What I will do is we will draw your names and we will have you come up after the assembly and get your watches because we'd like to get pictures today. So, Mrs. Miles, let's find the 75-mile bag here. Okay. We have every single boy and girl here, kindergarten through 4th grade, who has done 75 or more miles. Let's see, number 1. The first winner is Annan Appleby. The second winner is Colby Kersey. The next winner is David Stinson. And our final winner, oh my word, Camille Dawson. All right. Congratulations to you four. X-ray with over 10,000 other boys and girls and moms and dads. The newspaper said there were something like 50,000 people watching our parade. That was exciting. Okay, drawing number 2 coming up. If you had 125 miles or more, please remain standing. Everybody sit down, except for those.
Johnny's still standing.
Okay. Boys and girls, I really need for you to be quiet. It's very important. We're moving right along. Our time is getting away. Okay. For 125 miles, we have 2 Energizer bunnies. These were given to us by Barbara Kochevar. And they are incredible. I hope whoever wins them will be happy. First name is Rachel Coleman. And the second is John Thompson. Okay, boys and girls.
Good job.
Those were 2 really fine prizes. Now, we have 2 more coming up. But you know what? Before we do those, I'm going to have everybody sit down. Okay, everybody sit down. There are a couple things that we need to get out of the way before we get to the bicycles. Number 1, every year we have a Walker of the Year award. And that award is usually given to the walker or walkers who are the most consistent, who put in the most miles, who have stuck to it all year. Last year we had 3 walkers who qualified. They were like the 3 amigos out there. They all had over 800 miles. It was John and Dain and Andrew.
Yeah.
This year, it was very clear cut.
Yeah.
This year, Dain Edwards, would you please come up here?
Didn't he win the bike last year?
This year, Dain is going to find his name right up here in our Walker of the Year award. Dain walked 903 miles this year. That's a new school record. Now, I'm going to keep this up here, okay? We're going to put your name on it. We are going to have a trophy case here. We're going to have a trophy case, and this is going to be placed in that trophy case for everybody, whoever comes to our school to see. You come back here 20 years from now, you're going to see your name there. Okay? So, congratulations. I would like to have these other two gentlemen come up here too. I'd like to have John Thompson and Andrew Creasy up here.
It's your brother.
Come on, guys, yeah, up here. Okay, what you are looking at right here is more than 5,000 miles of walking in 4 years. We have a new award. It's going to be our 1,000 Milers Award, and for all of the boys and girls who walk from kindergarten through 4th grade, if they can accumulate 1,000 or more miles during this period, they will have their name placed on this award. And right now, Andrew Creasy has completed 1,478.5 miles. Has walked 1,515 miles. And Dain Edwards, the young man on the end, has completed 2,057 miles. This trophy here, we'll be getting it over the summer, and it too will be placed in our permanent trophy case. So gentlemen, thank you and congratulations. Okay, now, the last big event, our bicycle drawing. We need to have it very quiet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call off the names of our 150 milers. I would like them to come up here and line up across the front so that you can all see who they are.
John, you're going to have to get up again.
Okay, first name. Excuse me, let me get my eyes on. First name, Allison Holty. Katie Volker. Chelsea Stelton. Tyler Montour. Nicole Stump. Jeffrey Hager. Junior Gilbert. Timothy Montour. Dain Edwards. Stephen Price. Lizzie Mills. And John Thompson. Okay, if we can have the quiet. Did I forget anybody? 150 miles or more? Please come up next. Somehow, I do it every year. Andrew Creasy, were you 150 or more? I didn't think so. Okay. Nick, I apologize. We're going to put your name in here. Honey, you didn't get 150. Okay. So, we are now going to do our 150 miles. Your name, Nick, is now in the 150 mile bag. Okay, I'm going to invite Mrs. Falconer